incredibly silly thinkers. That's what I'm about. That's not all I'm about, but that's a lot of what I'm about. But I'm going to tell you briefly what I do, and then we're going to rant a little bit. There's a white shirt. There's a black shirt. Anybody that becomes a member gets a shirt, or can get a shirt if you want one. And we're looking for people that want to join the party of incredibly silly thinkers. I'm a professional hypnotherapist. I'm a professional comedy stage hypnotist. I've been around this for a long, long time. I've worked with tons of people, tons of people. And you know what the deal is? There's too many people out there that don't want to be sane. They don't want to be in control of their lives. They don't want to respect each other. I mean, see, I'm on a rant. I'm pissed today. And you're going to hear why. And the rule of pissed, I've shared those if you've heard them before, but if you haven't, first thing you got to do is just be honest and willing to get pissed. Don't hide, don't get scared, don't worry about it. Share what you're unhappy about. Everybody that's a member of P.I.S.T has to honor everybody else's opinion. But this isn't about violence, this isn't about hatred, this isn't about revenge, this isn't about silly shit. This is about humanity. This is about fixing some things in our society that are not going to ever get better if we don't stop and do something about it. Okay, I'm preaching now. I don't want to preach. I'm the director and the creator of the Party of Incredibly Silly Thinkers. If you want to learn a little bit more about it, go to pistnow.org. That's where it's at, okay? But right now, Periscope is a cool place, and this is a platform that I want P.I.S.T to be successful with, because we can have a lot of members and fans and followers and all these other things, and we can do a lot of different things. I got an agenda that's going to be exciting. Jump on board and see. Now, I'm showing how it works for me personally today. First thing I'm pissed about is the fact that some idiot shot three people, killed two beautiful young people in the prime of their beginning careers, and injured another person because he wasn't happy. See, it just sounds so freaking irritating when I say it out loud. And when you hear this, I hope you feel the same way. It's ridiculous. But that's what's going on over and over and over again. So this idiot just blew two wonderful people away and almost another one, and then put it up. The irony of this one now, it's example. It's going to ruin things like Periscope if we got idiots out there, and there's a lot of idiots on Periscope that are always getting in the way, and they really are. And there's wonderful people. I'm making contact with wonderful people here. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. If you want to post scopes, go for it. If you just want to jump around and watch people, it's great. So anyhow, I got to get back to what I'm here about. I don't like doing too long stuff, it's not really funny right now, is it? Okay, and I don't really want it to be, because I am so agitated about this endless thing. I'm a Vietnam veteran. I carried a .45 caliber pistol and an M16 rifle for a long time, and I knew how to use them, and I didn't hardly ever use them. I'm like the good policeman that never has to pull his gun out. I wasn't trying to kill people, but there were other people that were, and I had some, and I was a lieutenant in the Army, and I had people that were gun happy and violent happy, which is exactly where I'm going with this, okay? So the rule of P.I.S.T is share what your grievance is or your opinion is in an intelligent, educated way that we can understand it without ranting and raving and not accusing someone else, and then laugh about it and see that there's always humor in it, and then propose a solution that at least we could have people putting out there. So this is a philosophical, political kind of organization, but we're going to have fun too, all right? And I don't know if this is fun for anybody, but I'm getting to vent. See, that's the same thing I want you to be able to do. Get on here and say what it is. And then the last step is you've got to offer a solution. What you think is the solution, not what the brain people, the reporters, the scientists, the amazing, all this genius talking heads that got all the answers. What's your answer? What's your answer? Okay, so here's my grievance. But before I go through that step with this, I got to share with you another thing that happened to me at the same time. I left my house, modest little home we live in Arizona, going to the gas station to get gas in my car and fill up a little tank of gas for the lawnmower because I ran out of gas. We still mow lawn, not much, but some. And I'm going down, I have to go down the street, make a right, and then I got to make a left turn onto a thoroughfare, not an interstate, but about 4 lanes of road. to get in the mainstream to where I'm going. Now, I'm old. I'm admitting I might have missed the cue on this, but I don't think that's all there is to it. There was a sedan on the other lane and two of them, one up near where I was at, and then the next one passed by, and I made my approach to make that left turn. And just when I made that turn, zoom, here goes this big old Harley motorcycle barreling by me. I mean, he had to be going 75, and this was a 35-mile-an-hour semi-residential or commercial area. So that's the story. That's how it started. But I'm kind of startled a little bit. I didn't know where this motorcycle came from, but so I'm just going on about my business. This guy was way up ahead of me. He slows down. Decides he's going to take me on. He's weaving in front of me, and if I change lanes, he's following me over and getting up beside me. And then I finally say, okay, I'll slow down and just let him do what he's got to do. And he came up beside me, and he's yelling and screaming and doing all this shit, and he's slapping his hip, because guess what he's got on his hip? We're in an open carry state. He's got I forget what they call them, but it's like a military 45, but the new stuff, whatever. I'm not into that crap. I know why. That's why I'm sharing this with you. So he's doing this to his hip. Like, I'm going to pull my gun out and I'm going to kill you, guy, because you bumped me off the road. Nobody got hurt, no skids, no stopping, nothing. He didn't even slow down. He just, whatever I did wrong, it didn't hurt anybody. And so he keeps it up. So finally, I'm just beside him, and I decide to speed off. I drive a simple little car. I mean, I wasn't trying to outrun him, but I just wanted to get away from him. So anyhow, pretty soon we're coming up to an intersection. So there's a stoplight, and I'm going, holy crap. So here he comes, pulls right up beside me at the light, car in front of me, car behind him, and a car in front of him. We're locked in right there. So I decided I'm going to be the diplomat. Okay, you can tell I know how to talk, right? So I rolled my window down and I said, sir, I apologize if I didn't see you and I pulled in front of you. I apologize, but I can't do anything about it. And that pissed him off more. He went screaming, well, Jesus Christ, you fucking can't see me? What the hell's wrong with you, you blind son of a bitch? You could have killed me, and blah, 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 blah. And then he starts reaching in like he's going to pull out the gun. He's going, I'd just shoot your fucking ass, you son of a bitch, and blah, blah, blah. And by that time, the woman behind him had rolled her windows down, and the car behind me, people were watching this whole thing going on. Why am I sharing this with you? I was shaking. I was nervous. I didn't know what the idiot was about. He looked like he probably could do something serious. But I was a Vietnam veteran, an officer in Vietnam. I carried an M16 and a 45, and I knew how to use it. Didn't have to use it that much, but I knew how. And if I would have had one, I easily could have pulled it up. I know I'm 68 years old, and if the son of a bitch wants to kill me, I'll get him at the same time. See where I'm going with this? I was getting motivated into that violence, which is what we've created. So, end of story. I came home, and I'm going, holy crap, just because I might have pulled out in front of a guy. He didn't even hit his brakes or have to slow down, so he must not have been, having a problem. He was going like a bat out of hell, but he had to take time out of his life to try to harass this little old guy in a car because he could. And he did, because he could. And he did, and that's the fear that I got put in me, is the same thing that's happening to masses of our society because of these gun crazies. And this son of a bitch that killed those people in Virginia is just one of many. And if we didn't do a damn thing about gun control because of Sandy Hook and killing all those kids and all that stuff, you think we're going to do anything about it? Doesn't look like it. So guys, we got to do something about it as a group. That's one of the things P.I.S.T has to do. So, did I laugh about it? Yeah, I did. I am now. It was ironic that this guy, what did he think he was going to do? Shoot a guy in the middle of the street in a big intersection where there's all kinds of people and then have an excuse because I accidentally pulled out in front of him and maybe got in his way a little bit? Yeah, if he would have done it, I don't know if it would have been that bad a thing. So anyhow, that's my bitch. I need people. We need people. Get together, and that's what this organization is about. And we've got to get organized and get growing before we're deep into this election thing, because nobody's standing up, guys. Have you heard any politicians talk about gun control lately? They want to focus on just a few little things that can agitate the people that got something to say, and nobody thinks they can say anything about it anyhow. Well, here you can. All you got to do is be respectful and accept other people's opinions too. If you don't think they ought to do anything about guns, get on here and talk about it, but don't threaten. And that's the beautiful thing about Periscope, guys. We got a media. We got a place to do that. And what are you going to do? Shoot your computer or shoot your iPhone? So anyhow, if you understand what I'm talking about, just get busy and jump on board, okay? So thank you very much. Goodbye for the day.